Hello, everybody. I know it has been an extremely long time, probably more than 2 weeks, might be more like 3, since I have last made a video, but I've gotten a new job recently. It's a completely different schedule than what I'm used to. I get home late, I go in late. It's just been a juggle trying to get back to making videos. However, I have been streaming at night. I've been streaming during the day. Streaming takes the priority over YouTube for me because I just love the engagement more. So if you ever want to stop by, you're more than welcome to. I don't stream every day. It just depends on how I feel, how tired I am from the day of work, etc., etc. I've been streaming some Path of Exile recently, but I thought I'd try some Gloomhaven. I got this free on Epic, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I think it was the last rotation, the rotation before that. But I remember playing this when it first came out, and I just wanted to dip my feet in, try it out, see how I felt about it. And I liked it then, so I wanted to give it another shot. I don't really need the tutorial, but maybe I should take it. But nah, we don't do tutorials around here. We all know that. So let's try it. This is basically a D&D inspired card game. It does have a physical version. Well, I don't think it's inspired. I guess it is D&D, right? Dungeons and Dragons. I've played the physical version on Tabletop Sim. My friend actually owns the physical version, but he lives in another state, so I don't get to play it with him. We'll play on normal. Our guild name could be Deathly Smiles Guild. Something generic and boring, I know. Ability enhancements. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but we will go with updated. We'll keep everything normal, so we don't have to worry about the house rules. We'll continue. So it's a board game, deck builder. You have 1 to 3 heroes that you can play with. I believe in the physical version you can play solo if you want, and I'm sure you can play solo in this as well.
Welcome to the harsh lands of Gloomhaven, recruit. You think you have what it takes to become a mercenary out there on the edge of the world? We are paid to venture into the darkest forests of the region and to step into ancient crypts with the unmistakable stench of death and rotting flesh. Lovely places to earn a name for yourself. Be ready to face cutthroats, undead, fearsome tribes, and dreadful demons from other realms. You didn't find yourself as a mercenary without knowing how to crack a few skulls, did you?
Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting a cinematic there, so it cut me off, but I wanted you guys to hear it, so I didn't say anything. Okay, so we'll need at least 2 mercenaries. Okay, we'll probably take 3. That's the party panel, so we're gonna get a little tutorial anyways, which is great. I already kind of know how the game plays. I'm not gonna be the best at it, so don't expect me to win, don't expect me to not die, basically, and that's okay. I wanted to display... Let's do 59, I think. Or not. I guess it doesn't want to let me. Well, I'll turn on... Apparently I can't change any of this. Can you only do that in the main menu? Hold on. Apparently you can only do it in the main menu. That's kind of weird. But ability focus outlines. Actually, I like the idea of that. Can we continue? Will it put us right where we were? So this might be just one video, two videos. I'm not exactly sure because I do have work in about an hour.
Welcome.
Okay, we're just gonna skip that. An hour and a half, give or take. I like to get ready, shower, you know, all that jazz. So you'll probably get these two videos and then it'll go from there. You might get three. It depends on when I cut and when I don't. Okay, so anyways, that explains why my absence and what's been going on in my life. I don't know if you care, or if you don't care, well, it is what it is. Let's start our party, shall we? So if it feels like to me that the button is slightly off, which it shouldn't be. All right, so we got the big brute guy. No, he's more like a berserker. Actually, we could just tell. Okay, he's the brute. That's what I thought. He's the brute. Good choice. Now remember, looks aren't everything. Merc's ability cards are what define their actions in battle. You can click starting abilities. So yes, we can actually rename them as well. Apparently I can't click these. I thought you could. It just looks like something you could click. We have the Tinkerer, we have the Scoundrel, Craighheart, who's more of the tank, Spellweaver, and Mind Thief. So in the physical game, I played the Scoundrel, which has a lot of movement abilities. As you can see, there's a lot of move, pulls, you can attack, you can go invisible, so you can do crits, and sneak damage, I believe. Yeah, so you basically crit, which is double the value of your attack, so you can do that. You can poison, which makes them take damage over time. You can target multiple enemies. The Brute is a tankier version, which does a lot of AoE damage and stuns. So pulls, he can shield himself. I believe the Craighheart can do... let's see. He also does a lot of melee stuff. He pushes people instead of pulling. He can shield, he can immobilize targets. Apparently can destroy obstacles, which is kind of neat. Okay, I want to say he can... Well, he can create obstacles, which is kind of nice, actually. Interesting. And then you have, like, the Spellweaver, which is all magic. You know, you have your fire spells, lightning spells, or I guess that's light, actually. There's light, dark, ice, fire. Ice, fire, earth, lightning, dark, and light, I believe, are the elements. Well, air, I guess, instead of light. Neat. Okay. And then you have the Mind Thief, which does a whole bunch of random little things. He can confuse, he can also go invisible. So I think we'll take Craighheart here. Hard to read facial expressions. Alright, we'll do you. And I guess this will be me. You'll be deathly. Yeah, so they have personal objectives. They also have awards for unlocking. So I think probably kill 20 different types of monsters from the base game, or complete 4 boss scenarios from the base game. I think I'll do this. And then we'll take... Maybe we will take the Ranger. We might take the Spellweaver instead. The Tinkerer, I believe, does some interesting things. She can heal, which actually might be worthwhile now that I think about it. A healer plus a tank? That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, she summons decoys. She summons traps as well. Maybe we do the Tinkerer. I mean, we could do the Scoundrel as well. Tinkerer Scoundrel to me. But I feel like a ranged support is the way we go. So we'll name this Alice. So we can go to the merchant. Remember, each merchant scenario has its own stash of gold. Yeah, okay, so gold isn't shared. They have their own gold, which is interesting when you think about it. But in the base game, in the physical version, I believe you can trade. I could be wrong. Maybe you can't trade, actually. But I swear you could. Anyways, so let's see. What do we want? That's actually not bad. So the way these equipment work is they either give, I believe they're one-time use only. Hence this, like this turns it sideways and it's I wish there was a, yeah, see the X means it goes away. Okay, so that means it's a one-time use. I believe when it flips to the side, it means it can be regained later on a rest. I want to say that's what that is. You can regain it. And then if it doesn't have a card, I'm actually not sure. Is there a way? Items. Here we go. This symbol means that the item is spent after use and cannot be reused in the scenario until it is refreshed by either a long rest or an ability's effect. And then this symbol means it's consumed, so it's gone. Ah, okay, so I am correct then. The item is infinite, which seems pretty good. That just seems like a worthwhile buy. Kind of for both of them, I want to say. I mean, that's just really good. So ×2 attack modifier cards are considered 0 instead. On the next 2 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain a shield 1. That's not too bad. But you add a -1. So the deck works at, I think, -2, -1s, 0, +1, +2, and you shuffle it into a pile, and you draw when you do an attack or a defense, and it's all kind of luck-based. You can add or remove cards, I believe, from the deck as well. Winged boots are really good for the scoundrel to me. Although any kind of movement is good in general. I'm not really feeling anything else. So I think I'll just buy this for both of them. And I guess call it a day, honestly. I don't really see anything else. I mean, maybe the shield, but I'd rather keep my money for now. Okay, so you have quests, you have the temple, which I believe you can donate, yes. You can bless them, which I don't think is necessary at this moment. And then you have the city encounter, which is just a random scenario. Like so. The Sleeping Lion. Surely there's no better place to get a drink and relax after clearing out some dank dungeon, though we haven't done that yet. On the particular occasion, though, you are pushed by a heavily scarred Enox. She sits at your table and pushes forward a piece of paper. An interested party would like to hire you to steal a valuable figurine from a residence in the battlements, she says matter-of-factly. The details are on the paper. Meet me in the back alley in 2 days' time after the job is done. You know what? Let's accept it. -3 reputation. It's fine. I don't think we want... Kill all enemies in all rooms. We get archers, rogues, and skellies. And I guess that is our first world quest. So... let's skedoodle there. I think we're good. So in this number right here on the side is their initiative they gain from the ability card. So the higher, the slower you will go during the turn. All right, let's travel.
Everyone needs to eat. Whatever your reason for coming to Gloomhaven, out here on the edge of the world, that simple fact is never going to change. A mercenary can't fight on an empty stomach. So when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay you 10 gold coins to track down a thief and retrieve some stolen goods, well, seems like as good an excuse as any to sober up and start paying off your tab. This thief has taken some important documents, says the red-skinned merchant, her tail whipping about in agitation. I don't care what you do to him. Just bring back what is mine. Based on Jexera's description, it was easy enough to knock around a few alley thugs and get a location of the thieves' hideout. You don't find yourself as a mercenary way out in Gloomhaven without knowing how to crack a few skulls. So your target is the Black Barrow. Sounds like a lovely place.
Oh, we got an encounter on the way there. You are feeling a tad hungry as you walk down the road. You consider stopping for a meal when you come across a thicket of bushes covered in red berries. The berries look delicious, but you hesitate. We're gonna eat the normal rations. Because God forbid I poison myself.
The hill is easy enough to find. A short journey past the new market gate, and you see it jutting out on the edge of the corpse wood, looking like a rat under a rug. Moving closer, you see the mound is formed from a black earth. Its small, overgrown entrance presents a worn set of stone stairs leading down into the darkness. As you descend, you gratefully notice light emanating from below. Unfortunately, the light is accompanied by the unmistakable stench of death. You contemplate what kind of thieves would make their camp in such a horrid place as you reach the bottom of the steps. Here, you find your answer. A rough group of cutthroats who don't seem to have taken very kindly to your sudden appearance. One in the back matches the description of your quarry.
Okay, we have to choose one out of 2 battle goals. A battle goal is a secret objective the mercenary tries to complete inside the dungeon. Failing it has no drawbacks, but successfully completing it in the scenario will earn the character rewards. So, in the physical game, these are secret. Like, you have yours and your friends have theirs, and you do not tell each other what they are. So if yours says loot 5 things, you go out of your way to try and loot 5 things without seeming like a asshole. Stuff like that. So these are actually secret goals. In the single player version, of course, they're obviously not secret because I know both of them. Like, see, loot 5. Yep. Kill 5 or more monsters. We will do the sadist. And then that actually works out completely fine. So hopefully we can complete those. And we are going to end the episode here. I know it was a little bit of a boring one. I monologued a bit in the beginning. I apologize, but we will be back and we will do the dungeon next episode. I hope you all still want to watch me play games. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I've just been busy. You are more than free to come to the streams at night or during the day. I do stream more than I make YouTube because I prioritize it more. Anyone is always welcome to come drop by and watch me play whatever I'm playing at the moment. But I appreciate you guys. Always, thank you. Have a good one. Ta-ta for now.